What's up, YouTube? This is Gingerstrings. I've collaborated with TheFoGoU since I'm a FaceOff specialist. Today I thought I would teach you guys probably the most helpful trick you can use on FaceOffs. It's something I've been using since middle school. How to read an opponent's hands. If you can tell before they make their own move what they're going to be doing, then that'll get you ahead of the game, and that'll give you a chance to counteract that. Each move obviously has its own weakness. If you got a strong clamp, then someone can jump it. If you've got a strong jump, someone can laser it under you. If you've got a nice pinch and pop, every move has its own weakness. However, the pinch and pop is by far the best move from what I've seen to play at advanced levels. If you can get that pinch and pop, as I missed there. I'm on tile. I'm having a problem keeping the ball. If you can get that pinch and pop, then that's a good move. However, I'm going to go over the basic moves really quickly and tell how you can tell if someone's going to do it. The basic clamp. Now, what this looks like is that. Nothing really too fancy, just a clamp. Some people punch with the left. I actually know a kid on my team who punches with the right. Pushing your head out of the way. I know another kid who punches with both. That's all preference. If you're facing off against somebody, chances are if they're going to be clamping, they're going to have hand here underneath the plastic as all moves, and probably another one a little under halfway here. And both hands are going to be looking about the same. Same angle. That angle can change, but both hands will be about the same. And you can kind of tell they're not putting too much pressure on their hands. You can see they're fairly lightweight. They're just going to jump over like this. So a regular clamp, as I said, is the simplest move. There's not too much to tell. That one can be hidden fairly well. But in general, it's just going to be two hands, same angle, not too heavy. So that move, you just kind of know. Also, if you face off against him a few times and you see that he's continuing to do it, you can obviously switch to a laser. So that brings up my next one. How to tell if someone's going to laser it. Now, there's several ways to do it. I was watching Greg Urinley, and he was talking about a laser, and he said he likes to go neutral grip for when he's going to laser it. And so what that does is you'll see their hand up top is going to be leaning back more if they're going to be doing it this way, and leaning forward more this way. Now that can also get a pinch and pop, but it's a little bit harder that way. So if you see them like this, there's a good chance that they might pull it back and sweep. So watch the hand angles. The angle is probably the easiest giveaway for a laser. They'll be in complete opposite directions, because in order to do that, you have to pull it back in one direction and sweep it forward in the other. A laser is somewhat difficult to get. Now, if you're like me, this is how I laser. I'm always moto grip. I'm just going to put that out there right now. I've got my right hand leaning forward more, and my left hand leaning back. As I said, it's the difference in angles you'll be able to tell. The reason why I have it like this is so that as they clamp, I crank forward with my left and back with my right, so that gets that motion. I think that keeps me lower to the ground and keeps it much faster. Because obviously, that's a lot more to do than just clamp. You're going to drop it and slide it. So the laser is a fairly hard move, but the biggest giveaway of that is the difference in angles and hand motions. Some people are really good at hiding it. Me, not really. Next comes a pinch and pop. Now this, I've noticed, comes a lot more to where your hands are going to be and where the pressure is. Without meaning to, most face-off guys end up putting more pressure on their right and leaving it. You can see they're kind of lighter on the left, because as soon as they get the clamp, they're going to be lifting it and bringing it. So you kind of got to watch that. It's more of where the hands are and where the pressure is. The two most popular ways I've seen pinch and pop's hand motions is one right, basically either on the plastic or right below it, and then one right on the butt end. Now this was taught to me by Brad Lott. Brad Lott is absolutely amazing. For those of you guys who haven't seen him, he played for Louisville Trinity. He's now going to be going. He's going to be going to Michigan, and he's unbelievable. Make sure you watch him next season. Unless he changes it, this is how he was doing it when I played against him. One hand right on the butt, one hand right here, and that way, as he got it, he got maximum lift. And that's how I've started to do it more recently, because it really does help get that lift. And the lift is probably the biggest help with this move. So, if you see them like this, more weight towards the right, you can kind of tell. You're supposed to, the butt obviously has to be on the ground, but if you look close enough, you can tell they're pressing more. Watch the arm muscles through it, the wrist. You can see the stress in them. See if there's more pressure on the right than the left, because that shows an uneven ready for a lift. So either that, or a lot of times they get close for the speed aspect of it. As I said, though, the hand movement can change, but those are the two most common, is either really far or really close. Maybe about midway and one down here. Kind of middle or really far. If you think someone's going to jump you, one of the best ways to tell this is, one, their hands are going to be closer together than normal. You don't really jump like this. It doesn't give you the accuracy you want. It slows you down. If you're going to be jumping, you're going to want your hands together so you can get it as fast as you can get it. So hands are going to be closer together, and you're going to be able to tell they're putting basically no pressure on the head. I mean, the head won't even be all the way on the ground most of the time. It'll be like this, so that as soon as they hear that whistle, they can hop all the way over, block your head, and sweep it back. This move is fairly easy to read. That's why I suggest making sure you can laser it, because a lot of kids in high school I find doing jumps, and it's annoying. Especially when you actually get caught. When you get it, you get down like this, and a lot of times they'll have it on your wrist, pinning you down, and you really can't do anything other than watch them sweep the ball back once they've got you down. But to my knowledge, this season they've changed the rules for high school so that you can no longer get them on the wrist. It has to be plastic, which is helpful. Because if they only get you on the plastic, if you wiggle it the right way, you can still sweep it out. So there you guys go. That's about everything I can help you with. Sorry if it's not as detailed. I mean, obviously facing off's a hard thing to do, but I thought it would be a pretty good tip. It's something I've been using. You got to take that extra second to break it down, look at their hands, where the pressure is. Also, obviously, look at history. The first face-off is very important to read, but if you're on the third or fourth face-off, you kind of know. Most face-off guys have one or two moves tops, and they stick to those. My two moves that I use on a regular basis are pinch and pop, and just a regular clamp and sweep it back to an LSM. So hopefully that helped. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let us know if that helped. Also, feel free to comment with any suggestions you have or questions for face-offs. We'll all the different guys on the channel will be posting more videos frequently, and so hopefully we'll be able to help you out, and hopefully this was helpful.